Hello, everybody. We are doing our weekly community oracle poll. I am just like hydrating a little bit. I just ordered Mamoon's, um, which is an amazing falafel place in New York City. If you have ever been to St. Mark's, quality food. Anyway, how is everybody? Hello. Hi, hello. Hey, Lana. How are you? How is everyone? Um, we're going to be doing the weekly community oracle poll for I want to say like about an hour. I have like literally a meeting right after the live, so I'm gonna try to finish on time because I don't want to be late. Okay, but hello, Michaela. Hey, everybody. New setup. No, I'm literally just I'm on my bed. I didn't want to set up the other side because I was doing readings, because I'm still doing readings too. So I was just like, I'm being a little bit like working from bed right now, so that's why y'all got this. Also, the background is not the moon right now because we're changing it. We're gonna have a different backdrop for the spring. So yeah. Hey Ciara, hello everybody. Hello. So let's get this popping. I'm going to show y'all the decks that y'all get to pick from. Also, by the way, just like a little mini update, y'all, okay? Because this week has been crazy. I think I have like 7 videos that are gonna probably go up this weekend. That includes a Dollar Tree spell video, that includes the Restore Hall video. I think I'm just gonna include it like as it might be a separate video, who knows. At this point I'm like, y'all, I have so many things that I filmed, I just have not had a moment to edit and then upload, but those videos will be going up this weekend. Weekly video poll will also be up for Patreon members and channel members to vote on, so stay tuned for that one. But it's just been like a really, y'all, it's been crazy. I also, tomorrow the new workshop will be announced, so all of that jazz. But I've just been like catching up on work today, and then I also got my nails did. Okay, she cute, and she changes into like this yellow, so it's so beautiful. Like, it's like papaya nails and then they change the yellow, so I've been having a cute day. um but yes. How do you ground after readings? So I feel like it's kind of interesting because I feel like it kind of I think this question depends on the person. The reason why I'm saying I think it depends is because when it comes to, there are certain people that do need to ground right after readings. Sometimes I need to ground after like healing sessions. But when it comes to readings, because my Gemini moon, it's very conscious about the downloads and the messages that I get from spirit, I don't usually ground after reading at all. Because that's just it's in my nature. Like, it's one of my gifts. Having my Gemini moon is one of my gifts of being able to communicate the messages and the downloads. So when it comes to readings, I'm just like, doo, 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 like, here it goes. So yeah, so it's definitely one of those things that I personally don't think I need to do, especially because also I'm a Capricorn, so I'm naturally grounded. I'm naturally, for the most part, always am grounded and can connect and ground easily. So this, it's not something that I necessarily have to do, but I can see where there might be like more like air signs or more water signs specifically that might need to ground after a reading, because sometimes the reading might have taken too much energy to communicate, or to tap into spiritually. Sometimes there are some readings that pull you spiritually. For me, like, my readings, the downloads and the way they come through is like this and that and this and that and this and this and this and why and this and that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's different um than I guess it, I don't know. I guess I'm just like a little bit of a different reader, but it definitely helps that I'm an earth sign, and it helps that I have a Gemini moon, because then I could just navigate the way I communicate the downloads that I'm getting. But I can see where like water signs would be like drain. I know personally, air signs and water sign readers who get drained after readings, get drained after sessions, get drained after like Reiki sessions or whatnot. So yeah, so listen, I mean, I honestly feel like it depends. But the earth signs are just naturally grounded. So we like, this is why Virgo can heal very, very effectively without getting completely drained. So yeah. Um, Hi Michaela. Yes, this week has been crazy. This week has been hella crazy. Like if you look back at the weekly healing circle, and I told y'all about digging deeper, and how like Scorpio, like the moon being in Scorpio was gonna highlight a lot of things that need to be looked at deeper. One of the things that literally happened was that I ended up doing a whole bunch of like family trauma healing, just reconnecting with my older sister, because I have a half sister. And that's the whole story of that is like ridiculously crazy. But I was just doing a lot of like divine masculine healing and just doing a lot of like healing within like the family and stuff. So this is literally why I went MIA, and then it's just like spirit has been like ping ponging me, and then I just boop came back. So it's just been really crazy. I feel like this week the downloads have been on point. So yeah. Hello, how are you? I can see the yellow now, and it looks cute with the orange. I know. I feel like they're like Miami nails. You know what I mean? Like the vibe of Miami, like fire. I don't know, but I love the like the yellow itself. Like I love it when it changes, and I just love like the papaya color. I'm trying to do the. I'm like trying to do my nails in accordance to the season. Okay, so we're in Aries season, so I'm like, okay, fire. Okay, you know what I mean? But I also love like springtime is like fruits and like just smoothies and stuff, and I love a papaya smoothie. So I just was in a vibe, and yellow is just one of my colors. It's one of my favorite colors. So I was like, I need to do this one. And then when we go into tourist season, she gonna look a little different. We'll see. But anyway, let's get this started, because I told you I'm gonna be on for an hour, because I have literally a meeting right after about a project that those who are Patreon members know about already. I have a meeting up. We're doing a phone conference with the four of us who are basically putting everything together, organizing everything. So we're trying to get all of the details down so we can go ahead and share that with y'all, and maybe we can have all that down by next week, and then you guys will get to know what I'm working on, like the vision. And but it's gonna be really powerful, and I'm really excited, honestly. Ever since Spirit gave me the download, I'm just like excited. So, what decks will we be using today? Okay, so first and foremost, I had to whip this out because why not? One of the decks that we'll be using today will be the Divine Feminine. So, as always, I guess I have to do the little intro. So, welcome to the weekly community oracle poll. So this is a space for when this is specifically meant to be for like low cost readings. So especially for people who know that before my weekly healing circles, I used to do oracle polls within the weekly healing circles, but then the lives were like really long. So I'm trying to like make space so I can have enough time for everyone. So basically, if you're a channel member or a Patreon member, it's already included in your memberships for that. So you don't have to drop a super chat. Just drop the question in the deck that you want to use, that you want me to pull for. If you're not a channel member or a Patreon member, go ahead and drop a super chat, and then I will pull a card for you. So the first oracle deck that you can use is the Divine Feminine Oracle. I just got this baby, and I literally just did an unboxing video for y'all, and I have not posted it because I have not edited it. So y'all gonna get to see it in action now, but I definitely have not posted that video. So hashtag sneak peek. The Isis Oracle as well is one of the ones that you guys can pick from for this week. Hold on, let me put these over here. So the Isis Oracle, as far as your options, the Ascended Masters Oracle deck. Okay. This one I also just got, and I also just did an unboxing for this. For y'all, I've been kind of getting a lot of decks lately. You can also use the Gilded Lenormand for this, and this one is just so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful deck. I'm like in love with it. So that's one of your options. The Flowers from the Dead. My box for this is like falling apart. but you know, it is what it like. These boxes always end up falling apart. That's why I like having little bags to put it in there. But yeah, it's that's just how much I use this deck. Like it's just getting busted now. But the deck itself is still like cute. It's just the box. The box. Oh no. So the Flowers from the Dead, the Flower Therapy, okay, the Mother Mary Oracle deck, and the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. Those. Oh, I also did an unboxing of this, so y'all didn't even know I just got this deck, but I did. I am going to try to leave the. Sorry, my voice is like. Y'all, I swear, every time we do a live, Alexa turns on the music because I still haven't turned it off. Y'all remember from weeks ago when I told y'all that Babe like programmed Alexa to have classical music playing while Luna's home at 6, like literally at this time, and I keep forgetting to turn it off. It's so funny. Alexa, turn off the music. So I did another unboxing video for y'all for this deck, but I have not posted it yet because I have not had the chance to. So that's another option for y'all. Those are all the options. So y'all can drop the question. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. The Okana Oracle deck. Please only ask this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because this is a specific deck meant to be for shadow work itself. So you're not trying to do shadow work, don't ask this deck, because it will read you to the filth anyway, and I will not be responsible for any tears shed on this live stream. Okay, I'm not doing it. Okay. Ciara, I am dealing with love-hate type of relationship. To me, it's giving twin flame vibes, but shrug. It is my intuition trying to tell me to remove, or my sabotaging divine feminine deck hit me. Okay, yes. And she thick too. Look at y'all. Can we just look at this? This book is thick. Okay, it's thick, very thick. I love the way that this deck looks. Look at this. This is giving me like full blown Yoni vibes. Like I'm like in love with the way that the deck. It's just such a beautiful deck. So, Ciara. Okay. Remove. Okay. Ciara. Let's see. Okay, that was quite a bit of cards, actually. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, so first and foremost, we have Sekhmet, okay? Sekhmet. And it says, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. By giving voice to it. The next one is White Buffalo Calf Woman. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Oh, and then I am not going to butcher her name because I definitely don't know how to pronounce it properly. You could see it right here. Amaterasu. I am not going to butcher it, but y'all know I'm gonna say it wrong anyway. But the goddess of light, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna pull up the book and open up those specific messages as far as I want you to understand. Wait, let me find. Where's she at? I'm gonna read her to you so you understand what's going on. Wait, there's like a million, and I'm trying to find her. You know what? I'm gonna go to the front. Is there a... There we go. So she is on page 174. 74. Okay, so first and foremost, Sekhmet, okay? I'm gonna read the when your soul selects her card. Okay. Holy rage, sacred anger, and positive aggression. These states of being are crucial aspects of the divine feminine. It is the female power that ends wars, that brings home missing children, that seeks justice for Earth and for those who can't defend themselves. The brilliant artist and mystic William Blake relates that the voice of honest indignation is the voice of God. The feminine has far too long been disassociated from rage and anger. If we can't embody fiery emotion and anger, often festers or expresses itself in a subversive or manipulative ways, or it leaves us anxious and frustrated. Positive aggression, acting with love on behalf of what breaks our hearts and enrages us, is what allows us to become agents of change to better our lives in the world around us. Sekhmet wants us to come face to face with our true strength. Power doesn't come from passive aggressive behaviors. We don't have a fear of expressing our anger directly or an institution or a person who is acting unjustly. Sekhmet wants us to see the anger that is essential emotion. And Sekhmet is the sacred call to move that anger from pure emotion into conscious action. She wants us to act with conviction and from love. She wants us to create the healthy boundaries that we need so we aren't injured again and again, or so that we're free, or so that we free ourselves from destructive patterns. It's time to that is time to end. We have a divine right to draw a sacred circle around us at all times. The protection we invoke for ourselves and others helps move us from feeling helpless to taking loving action. Okay. And that's why the intention, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Okay. The next one, the white buffalo calf woman. White buffalo cat 154. The downloads, y'all. There we go. Okay. Wait, let me read it right here. White buffalo calf woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our hearts longing with action, we find that there is a sacred way to move through the world. The sacred way is the path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. The white buffalo calf woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. When she wants us to move on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. Did y'all catch a theme yet? Because when prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love than abundance, it is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of our loved ones and community and the needs of divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Oof. Okay. And then the last one, 150. Hold on. 150. Goddess of lights. There we go. The cave is so crucial. Drawing inward, hiding our light to restore ourselves, and to heal from something or someone that felt too intense or too aggressive. When we hide our light through, we aren't the only ones left in the dark. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. The beauty of Amaterasu, I believe that's how you pronounce it, is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity, attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets with that's when she meets with the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself in the beauty of the light until she's drawn out herself. Amaterasu sees her own light once she becomes curious about seeing the light that's around her in the levity and laughter of the other deities. This is the answer. If we have been too long in retreat and we have been hiding our light out of self-love and soulful need for restoration, but not for the reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing the light allows us to see our own. And sometimes even the solar goddess needs to be inspired or reminded of why she shines so brightly, not just for the sake of her own reflection, but also for those beloved beings that need her rays of light to remember their own. Sometimes we need the sight of the faces we brighten in order to remember why we're so devoted to finding our way back to the light. Okay, we're all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So, wait, let me go back up because there we go. Okay. So, first and foremost, this is definitely giving you twin flames energies and vibes, because this is definitely a twin flame situation and vibes. And the way that this is coming up first and foremost is, as far as the expression of anger, especially when Sekhmet comes through, because you have to understand, when Sekhmet comes into a reading, she is the goddess of not only war, and not only action. She's a warrior goddess. She's also the goddess of healing. So she doesn't just come up to say, hey, I'm gonna kill somebody. She also comes up to highlight healing and where healing needs to be had. So as far as your connection with this person, this is definitely, and as far as like what needs to be done in regards to it, there's healing that needs to happen because of this relationship. There's healing that needs to happen because this could be a past life thing, and I do feel like there's something about the connection itself that has anger built up on it, so the connection itself can be and seem a little bit heavier than it might need to be. Like it's just one of those things that it's like, but why can't we just be cool? Like what is the agitation? Where is this coming from? Where does this stem from? What's going on with this? Let's dive in a little bit deeper. And so it's all about really resolving the tension, the fire. And it's like, if Sekhmet is coming up in the reading, okay, and she's like one of the most extreme manifestations of fire and anger that can come through when you're having as far as resolving and healing. If you have Sekhmet come through, it's like, okay, this situation has gone on for quite a bit. It could have happened for quite a bit of lifetimes. I don't have your Akashic records opened up, so I don't have access to as far as like the length of it, but I feel like there is a lot of pain, anger associated within your connection. Is it a powerful connection? Yes. That doesn't make it any less like valid or important. It's just that there's still things that need to be healed about the connection itself, and that there's also things that you need to heal in reflecting within that connection as well. And this is what is being said here. It's like, okay, if all you've been doing is kind of hiding away, focusing on your own self-care, your own growth, your own self-mastery, the universe is going to be like, here, look at this person, here's somebody, I'm going to send you a little trip, I'm going to trip you up, I'm going to make sure that you can't deny that you have this connection, that you have this person, that now you need to figure out why this person is important, why their energy is such like it's a force, why they're throwing you off guard, like why it's almost like you got getting shaken up out of your boots. When we have like karmic connections with people like this, they have a huge presence in our lives when they come in, because it almost feels like, wait, is this something that's good for me, or something that is it's gonna cause some issues down the line? If you look at it through the viewpoint, like as far as like you already knowing, like, okay, this is a twin flame situation, okay, because this is something definitely that they are reflecting upon you. If you got drawn out, okay, to look to be in the situation, then what was the lesson? Okay, and I'm saying it in some Cardi B level, and I've been referencing this moment back so much because it's been just the moment for me. Okay, when, I don't know if y'all remember that moment where she's like yelling at the girl, like, what was the reason? Basically, for those who have not seen Love and Hip Hop, for that specific, I don't even watch Love and Hip Hop like that, but that moment was iconic, where they had the reunion, and Cardi was like yelling at this guy's girlfriend because she was doing he was working in the studio with her, and his girlfriend had a problem with Cardi because she thought, oh, they're having a thing, so she used to talk shit about Cardi all the time. And so Cardi confronted her at the reunion and said, well, why didn't you like me? Because I was never with him. So what was the problem? Like, what was the reason then? And so she starts yelling, what was the reason? And I find myself going back to that moment a lot of the time, because sometimes you have to ask yourself, what was the reason? Like, what was the reason? Why did this person have to come into my life? What is the reason? What is the purpose? What is the lesson? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Just like, there's some, I feel like there can be times where things feel like, people are coming in just to fuck with you, or just to fuck with your mind, or just to like throw you off track and all that jazz. And it's like, no, that if your ancestors, if your guides said, okay, we're gonna give this person an opening, it's not for nothing. It's because they have some sort of authority into your life. And especially if they're coming up in this twin flame kind of vibe situation, they have that connection to you already. They have that access. It's almost like you have a bank, it has high security, but you have somebody come in who you never seen before with the whole card swiping through all rooms, because they have that connection. Okay, they already had that access. So it's almost like it's easy to see where you might want to be like, okay, I'm taking a couple steps, like, I'm gonna just take it a little bit, like one step at a time. Like, I'm not necessarily going to uh like, I'm cautious, but there is this kind of energy of what, especially with the intentions that you have been setting for yourself, because you have it here. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. For the intentions that you have been setting for yourself, it requires for you to go through different situations and different lessons. Some of those lessons are going to look like people. Some of those connections are going to be very heavy. Some of the connections are going to be like, why are you making me crazy? But it's necessary for you to understand what was the reason. What is the point? What is the connection itself? You can see this, by the way. This is something easy that you can do if you look at the synastry between the both of you. If you like do a synastry chart and you see the synastry between both of you, you'll be able to see, oh, that I can see what the lesson is for the relationship itself, what you're trying to teach me, where we're triggering each other, and what's going to come out of this relationship as a whole. However, if you just kind of like be like, oh, I'm gonna let it show me what it is, kind of thing, because obviously there's always an astrological way to kind of look deeper into that situation, then you're going to have to go into it with kind of like not having one step in, one step out type of thing. It's just, it needs to be one of those things where it's like, okay, I understand that something needs to be healed here. I understand that you're triggering certain things for me. I understand that you're highlighting certain things for me. And I understand that you're going to make me mad sometimes. There's going to be times, and there's going to be times that, it might feel like it's not ending well, or it's not moving in a way that is like super positive, super like, kind of vibes. But it's going to be like this reflection, this like, no, I came here to highlight, to show you something. You need to know what the reason is. You need to dive deeper in it. You need to make sure that you are communicating, and you're actively trying to initiate more interactions and more moments naturally. I'm not saying artificially, like naturally, so that way you can figure out what is it that is being reflected right back at you, because a lot of the things that they're presenting and giving to you is something that you actually need to deeply reflect on in order for you to navigate and figure out the next step. And it's always about that next step, because listen, having this card come up, this is telling me, listen, there's abundance on the way. There's like, you have your goals set in a way that is meant to bring you that fertility, that growth, and you're following that compass. You're following, those intentions. You're like, okay, I'm setting them, I'm moving through that direction. But then spirit is like, okay, but there's some areas where you have opportunities and you're not paying attention to those things. So I'm going to bring you someone that's going to sit you down and make you answer the questions of what was the reason. Okay. So it's all about diving in deeper with your journey, with your path, the path. This person is definitely going to trigger your growth in a way that it's not necessarily going to fully be like comfortable. Okay, because Meg's coming up. Listen, Segment is a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so there's going to be times where it can feel a little bit overwhelming, and there's a lot of emotions at play. But there is this kind of almost like balancing scale here of love and hate energy, and so how do you reflect those things upon that person and yourself? Okay, how does this person highlight that within you as well? Because if you don't reflect on that, you're just going to be you're going to kind of feel out the hate part of the energy versus like, okay, but where's the love part? How does that help me navigate through my life moving forward? Like, if this person were supposed to leave my life today, what the hell did I learn? What the hell did I learn from this person? How was I elevated because this person came in my life? How did I change? How did I grow because this person came in my life? So there's this energy of healing, holding that mirror to yourself, and then reaping the benefits of doing the work, because it's all about staying and maintaining and growing within that love vibration to bring you that abundance. So this is part of like something that's supposed to be part of your alignment, part of your energy in your journey. Don't disregard it or be like, oh, I don't know, they're giving me like, no, just be like, oh, you happen to be an important person in my life, so I'm going to take this seriously, but I'm going to understand that I don't necessarily have to like give you all my emotions, give you all my feelings in that type of way. I need to know what is going on before I can, answer any other further questions in that way. It's like the sense of really, it's almost like a detective, like you need to figure out the mystery kind of vibe. That's really what it's coming up as, because at the end of the day, you're going to be in that alignment. It's going to put you back in that alignment, but you need to apply yourself and not get lost in the feelings and the anger and the no. Anytime you catch yourself being upset, being angry, not only stay open about and communicate those feelings, but at the same time try to process why it triggered you in the first place. And that's another really, really healthy way to work with that segment energy. So try to literally hold that mirror to yourself. Understand that this person is always going to be triggering you this way. So you don't have any other way of, combating that and trying to be like, no, and no, staying in like an ego kind of like a level where you're just like kind of trying to preserve your ego. This person has the all access pass to bring and highlight shit to your ego. So you might as well be like, okay, well, since you have had this kind of access granted to you from past life, from wherever, I am going to try to do the best that I can to work with the energy to the best of my ability. And in order for me to do that, I got to reflect. I got to make sure that I'm paying attention to the things that this person is triggering, where this person is triggering me, and that I'm able to grow from these lessons. So if this person is not necessarily meant to be in a long part, like, a long-term part of my life, then I'm not, severing the connection in a way that it's heavy or dark, or that it turns into a trauma. Because when someone has like these deep connections with us, like it can, if you don't process it correctly, they literally end up, that just adds to trauma that you need to heal later. So you might as well just do the work now. So I hope that makes sense, y'all. I hope that makes sense. Let me put these back. Where'd it go? Over here. But oh my God, y'all, this deck is amazing. This deck is really, really, really good. It's definitely, it's like different. It's definitely working with all aspects of divine feminine energy. And I feel like divine feminine energy can be on so many levels, so powerful and so different that I feel like I feel like it's something that needs to be understood, that it's not meant to be all soft all the time. There's different ways to handle different things with the divine feminine energy. And so we got to make sure that we're aware, that we're really, really aware of how things are coming up, how we're vibing through things. The best way to navigate divine feminine energy is through your intuition, because it's working with your inner waters. Okay. So you got to just feel the vibe, see what feels wrong, what doesn't feel right, and then stick through that, and you'll come out of it. You'll like come up from that. There's a lot of comments. Oh my God, thank you, Cynthia, for the super chat. Thank you so much for the love. There's a lot of comments in here, y'all. Oh my God. Wait, I've been having some spotting, worried about my bun in the oven, trying to best not to stress. What is Spirit saying, divine feminine deck? Okay, I got you, divine. I'm telling you, I feel like this is gonna be one of y'all favorite like decks in here. I have to go through like all the comments. I feel like I missed something. There's like a ton of comments in here, y'all. But let me grab this. Okay, where were we? Because this chat sometimes like does this refreshing thing where it just like on StreamYard. I don't know why that does that, but Cynthia just noticed. The Shadow work, please. Do you have a question in mind, or you just want me to pull for it? Let me know. I'll do that after I read Lana's. Okay. Word about Spirit saying, Lana, what does Lana need to know right now? Ooh. We have quite a bit of cards, y'all. Quite a bit of cards. Oh my god, that's so cute though. Offset came out. It's so cute. Okay, the first one, Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Love. Oh, I listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce all of these messages correct, like all of the names correctly. There's a lot of goddesses in the world that I don't. So Ariandene. Let me know how y'all pronounce that. Ariadne. Not trying to insult y'all. I'm just saying. Don't. I'm just saying. Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and it's the only way out is through. Oh, oof. I'm getting a lot of trust the process messages. The next, Sappho. Oh, Sappho. The poetress. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fearlessly. The downloads. Hestia, the goddess of the sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Isis / Osset, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Oh my god, this was a really, really beautiful poll. First and foremost, I feel like you're getting a lot of support, but you're also being asked to focus on your emotions, and like in a way that is like my body is a temple type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's a very like connect not only to your body, to your physical form. You need to be doing like sacral chakra meditations. I know spotting itself is not necessarily something that you should be worried about, because I know even like my own mother said that she would spot in the beginning, in the early part of the pregnancy. That actually happens. There's women that still actually get their period during their pregnancy. So 1000% definitely make sure you're checking with your doctor for that. But I don't think that you should bring fear into your womb. That is the biggest factor into this situation. Do not bring fear into your womb. You need to feed it love, because you're currently carrying that. So you need to maintain that vibration at all times. And this is why you're getting like a lot of the cards was, I love every inch of my body. You need to trust what your body is doing. You need to trust the process. You need to trust the way that your body is moving at the beat of its own drum. It has its own intelligence. There's intelligence within our DNA. There's intelligence within how our own mind is navigating and making our bodies move the way that it does. And so you must continue to feed it love on that vibration. And I honestly think that you need to be doing like the and I've been drinking like rose quartz water for like weeks. I think you need to get like, whether you want to get one of these or you just want to be drinking like rose quartz water, or even like carnelian, girl, get yourself start infusing your water with carnelian. Is going to help you with your sacral energy and balancing your sacral energy, because it's just a great one for just womb work. But there's just like this energy of connect to love. Watch out for the things that you say, okay? Especially right here. This is my mother's tongue. This is my mother's tongue. It has to be love. You can't feed it fear. The second you start feeding your womb fear, scary things are going to happen. Okay, you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be scared of what's happening within your womb, because that's what you're feeding it. You need to move, like every step you take needs to be without you, because remember what I always say, y'all. Your womb is your conductor. Okay, your sacral space is your conductor. It's how you create. You are in a state of creation. Okay, let's say if you're cooking something, or if you're building something and you're like kind of scared that it's not going to work, or you're scared that something will go wrong, then you're not gonna put all of your effort, all of your energy, all of that positivity, all of like that mind won't be clear in the project itself that you're working on. There'll be mistakes that are made. There'll be like you'll salt the ditch, or you'll ruin it somehow, because you already carry that fear in how it's going to be, like how it's going to kind of maneuver it, like how it's going to come out at the end will be embedded with that fear, and it'll be damaged in some way. And so you have to be very, very careful as far as how you're feeding your womb, those intentions that are going into the womb, making sure that your home space is a very sacred space, okay, that you will have protection in place, that you're not scared about, like, oh my God, I tripped or whatnot, or I'm not safe, I'm not protected, like something's just like I feel like at any point I can trip and then I can loop. No. You cannot move from a fear level vibration, because you're going to be manifesting really bad things, and then it's going to turn into a whole problem. You're going to get trauma from it because of that fear. And it's just like, you're going to be like, oh my God, but Abby, I had the fear, and that's why, and it happened because you had the fear. This is not an intuitive kind of thing. It's like you're fueling your sacral space, the conductor, the machine. You're feeding it fear and expecting to, come up with like a positive situation, when you cannot add fear to anything and have something positive come out of it. That's just not how it works. So it needs to be a state of sacredness. Your womb is sacred, okay? Your womb is sacred. There's a lot of things that need to be manifested through your womb in a positive way, in order for you to not only feel like, okay, I did everything I could within my power to make this as successful and as easy and smooth of an experience for myself, in order for me to do and work my maybe magic and have it be like healthy and seamless, no problems, no issues. So if you don't focus on that divine feminine energy, if you don't tap into your womb space, if you don't feel it, if you like feed it that love, that nourishment, that's when you're going to get caught up. You're going to immediately get caught up in the nonsense. And then it's going to create, like, you're going to end up like looking back at it later on. You'll be like, oh my God, I had such a bad pregnancy because you were scared of that fear. There's nothing wrong with being mindful, but like be careful, like when you're walking down the stairs and X, Y, Z, and B, because yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen. But if you fear everything, you will not experience anything positive, because you're constantly in a state of fear. So change the vibration, focus on the love, feed it love, ask for love, ask for that protection, work with your divine feminine gods and goddesses, okay? Work with them in order for you to nurture your womb, nurture your space, be protected, be in a state of like, okay, I'm not worried because I am okay, I'm good, and I don't have to worry about anything. I feel like I'm in a good space for it, because I'm actually working with my body. I am loving my body. I'm trusting how my body is moving for my highest and greatest good. It is doing what it needs to do, and I do not carry fear in my heart nor in my womb. You need to set those intentions for yourself. You need to take more spiritual baths to cleanse your energy as well, because that's going to help you alleviate some of the tension or that fear that's coming up. But that's powerful. That's definitely 1000% powerful. You definitely got work to do, my love. You definitely got work to do. I have to go through all of the questions because the chat refreshed again, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm missing any questions right now, because I don't know why StreamYard's being weird today, but it's being weird. New comments. Okay. It is refreshed. Okay, sweet. Okay, good. That's what I like to hear. Okay. Let me see. Hold on, I have to scroll back up. Oh, okay. I'm coming back up. Hold on. I'm trying to go back up in the chat so I can try to see where everybody is, because it like refreshed. It does like this kind of thing, and then I'm just like, where it went? I'm trying to read the thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. I found you. Okay. Messages that your ancestors have for you. Ooh, which deck am I going to pick for this? Which deck are we gonna go with? Hold on, I'm trying to look at all of them in my face because they're all like I think I'm gonna go. I don't know why, but I'm like gravitating towards a flower therapy, so that's the one I'm gonna go. That's the one I'm gonna grab. Okay, ancestors. What does Ethan need to know? What messages does Ethan need to know right now? Ancestors. What does Ethan need to know? Okay. So the first. Oh. Whoo. Ha ha. Okay. So the first one is past life healing. Okay. Past life healing. And it says, this situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring the healing to the present. Past life healing. Okay. And then you have uplift your thoughts. And it says, focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. So there's definitely, as far as like, if you've been in a state of self-analyzation and you're like, okay, why am I stuck in this? Why do I feel like I can't, move forward past this point? Like, why do I feel like this won't just go away? Like, it keeps coming up. And I'm just like, I'm not quite sure what to do about it. It's a past life issue. Okay, and so past life issues are a little bit interesting to heal because it's not always like, stated as it's a past life issue. Sometimes you have like a recurring issue come up throughout that's just kind of like in this place where it's like, why do I keep dealing with this? Why is this a problem? Why is this something that I have to keep bringing attention to? Like, why does I keep meeting the same person, the same type of person? Why does it keep happening to me? Like, I don't get it. It's because you're stuck in that loop. You're not going to be able to move forward until you heal that specific past life, until you understand why you're holding on to the trauma that you are. Because at the end of the day, if it's coming up as a past life issue, that means that it's a repeating cycle for you. So it's not, that there's something wrong with you. It's not that that you are in a lack of some way of some sort. It's not necessarily that, and it's not that you need to stay stuck in like the negativity aspect of it either, because spirit is like, uplift your thoughts. It's not there's an answer to what you are wanting to relieve or to sort out, and it comes down to this whole entire issue is related to one of your past lives. That in order for you to go ahead and do that work and heal it, you're going to have to go into your past lives and address it that way. See what happens. See what past life is triggering, and how your healing needs to be then catered to addressing that issue. Because sometimes, and I say this all the time, there's like trauma that comes up for us in our past lives that could be from the smallest things. You could have been holding on to the smallest things, whether it be doubt, fear, pain, or the way others affect us as well, and then having to deal with this kind of the lingering effects of the chaos that it leaves us in. And so that itself becomes a traumatic experience that then we need to go through. And the only way to heal that, to understand the process, instead of thinking like, oh my God, this is just who I am kind of thing, like I'm just like this is just who I am, I'm always like this. Not necessarily. You just have a specific past life that is signaling to you with that energy, that lingering connection that you have to that past life, saying, hey, boom, 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 boom. It's like ding, 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 ding. You need to heal this. Ding, 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 ding. Like it keeps trying to alert you every time you get in that funk, get down, start feeling like heavier, and like you're questioning like life, you're questioning your intuition. Like, wait, why am I going through this? Like, what's going on? Where does it tie back to? It's a past life. Past lives, okay, are not necessarily the easiest things to recognize right off the gate, okay? Because there are things, that happen to us in our lives and we're like, oh, okay, this is this and this is that and da. But past lives, when a past life is being triggered for you and your healing is being triggered through a past life, it could be like it can be like the repetitive thing where you're just like, wait, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep seeing this? Why do I gravitate towards this specific country? What is it about this country that pulls me so much? Like, what is going on? Like, what? And it's almost like this weird question kind of thing. And that is the signal that you need to go to the library and you need to do more research so you can understand and learn what happened within that past life that is still causing you to have to be in this kind of space, to be in this mood. And so 1000% you need to do some past life work. You need a past life reading. You need to go in to dive deep into that specific past life that's being triggered for you right now. So you're actually working with your energy, healing that trauma that you're carrying, and you move into this energy, uplifting your thoughts, your spirit, your mind, your self-esteem, and putting yourself in a position where you're actually able to live your best life, to move into that space where you're like, okay, wow, I feel like a whole weight got lifted on my shoulders because I don't have to carry that energy anymore because I healed that was healed. So this is definitely like you need a past life reading. You definitely need a past life reading, boo. That is what your ancestors are saying right now. Let me see. I gotta read. Ooh, okay, Cynthia. Before I don't know if Cynthia responded to the other one. No, maybe no. I don't think so. No. Okay, so Cynthia, I think you just want me to pull cards for. Wait, I'm going back up. Give me a second. There we go. So just the shadow work one. I'm assuming you mean this one. So I'm going to pull some cards from you for this deck, but you didn't tell me if you wanted me to focus on any topics. So I'm going to just let it do its thing. Cause this deck is rowdy, y'all. This deck is rowdy. This deck is straight reading people to the filth out here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Cynthia. What does Cynthia need to know? I'm gonna take, by the way, because I know we said we're gonna be here for like an hour. I'm gonna do once it hits in like about 9 minutes. That's what it says. I'm gonna wrap it up because I told y'all I got a meeting right after this at 8:30 and I want to make sure I make the meeting. So I'm not sure how many. I'll try to see if I can answer all the ones that are left. We'll see if I can go through and do that real quick. Let's see. What does Cynthia need to focus on right now? What is her message? What does she need to know? Cynthia. Ooh. Okay. So we got 2 cards. Oh, wow. The first one is Confide. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Confide. All things are good to eat, but not all things are good to say. The next one is Reconcile. Reconcile. Love yourself, for only then you can love others. Y'all. Okay, Confide. Pretty sure that's an air, I think. Let me see. Confide. Yes, it is. Okay. Confide, y'all. Confide. Shadow element. Involvement in gossip or feeling overwhelmed by the knowledge of being spoken about in gossip-based dialogue. Okay. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. So taking the time out of the day to speak on of one's day to speak on the lives, relationships, and events of those around us manifest consequences, good or bad. This card suggests that in recent, you or someone you know may have been involved in gossip, or it could be that you were the one spreading it, or that you found that you were the topic of discussion. But the card can be read in 1 or 2 ways. Number 1, if you find your spirit has been altered to the fact that you have become the topic of discussion, perhaps the stock of the things that you are allowing the outside world to know about you and your personal life, the tiniest hole in a great ship can sink in a matter of moments. Be quiet. Number 2, unless you have the ability to possess the minds, hearts, and bodies of those being talked about, it is best to focus on the life, lest you reap the consequences of the seeds you plant bearing fruit in your yard. Be quiet. Okay, and the next one is Reconcile. Hold on. Reconcile. I think that's Earth, maybe. Hold on. No, wait. Reconcile. I found it. Reconcile. Shadow element. Allowing reconciliation of failed interpersonal relationships to commence out of the need for outside acceptance or outright refusal to be alone in the healing process, when in fact the need is to be more concerned with accepting oneself. Oh my God. There's always comes a time when we are given a chance to break away from unsavory relationships with love interest, friends, family dynamics, but we still struggle to cut the cord of dependency. Dependency on what exactly? Could be obligation to family, unresolved spiritual ties to past lovers, or just inability to exist in solitude in order to mend what has harmed us within these interactions. Damn. This card suggests that you struggle with your need to reconcile toxic relationships before healing due to some arbitrary entitlement someone has with inserting themselves into your life, or your dependency on your relationship to feel valid, loyal, or discomfort with disconnecting. It suggests your ability to only recount the good times with someone you're struggling to love from a distance to justify keeping that parasitic connection alive and well, feeding on your spirit and ultimately your growth. Why do you stick around when you know it's not working? Y'all. Okay. Well, first and foremost, these two combined tell me that one, your social interactions, which is interesting because again, we're in the age of Aquarius. Two, this year is highlighting Aquarius energy. You guys know this. I talk about it all the time. Jupiter's in Aquarius, Saturn is in Aquarius. We have a higher focus on interpersonal relationships when it comes to society, friends, technology, all of that stuff. These two cards are highlighting that you have some, whether it be toxic habits when it comes to social media, when it comes to things that you post, when it comes to the friends that you have, understanding and knowing that some of those friends are like those energies, those connections are not necessarily the best for you, but you're still keeping them there for, because you haven't manifested any better friendships, or because you don't want to leave, or because you find some sort of comfort in, the kikiing kind of thing. Whether that be about, talking about other people, or, like trolling, or like being on, like moving from a low vibrational space, or your friends moving from a low vibrational space, and you maintaining and keeping that energy um within your circle alive in that capacity. It's creating a lot of toxicity within your social interactions, and it also keeps you in a place of wanting to be on that vibrational energy. So there's this kind of like this highlight and this focus on you needing to elevate your social interactions, elevate and call in better friends, better and more friends are actually going to push you to grow, push you to elevate your spirit, push you to have a higher sense, to connect more to your higher self and your purpose, like your divine purpose, instead of keeping you on this low vibrational shit. Because this is highlighting like that there's things that y'all been talking about that doesn't need to be talked about, or even whether you're doing the bullying, or that being aggressive, or they're being aggressive towards you, and you're just kind of taking that shit like a punching bag. So there's just kind of need to like bring it back to you. This is why you're getting to love yourself, for only then can you love others. Like, you really have to make sure that what's coming up, why the situation, why the friendships are being kind of, they show up in this way, why the energy is coming out in this way. It's not just, oh yeah, no, but we're just joking around. It's like, okay, but what vibration are y'all moving from? Like, what positive energy is coming from this? Is there anything positive coming from this? Because it seems like the reason why it's even the kikiing and the talking shit about people and the highlighting people's imperfections is the lack of awareness of reflecting on your own feelings towards yourself. So there's just like this there's a lot of toxicity actually happening within your energy, and you have a lot of shadow work to do. That's the way that it's coming up. This was definitely a very, as I would call it, like a little bit of a harsher message, because spirit is like, well, what had happened was that you need better friends. You need to also watch what you say and be mindful, because the way you use your throat chakra is highlighting also the work that you need to do within yourself and your interpersonal relationships. So that's a very like expository, kind of exposing yourself kind of vibe. Be very, very, very mindful. And I would kind of go through a hermit, as far as resolving that issue, I would go through a hermit period and just kind of like, disconnect a little bit. Disconnect. Aquarius also rules attachment. You could have friends, you could be out of society, you could be on, social media, posting all that stuff, but you don't have to post every 5 seconds. You don't have to be present with the people every 5 seconds. You could literally like pull back, detach, so then when you come back into society, you got something to say. You actually have something meaningful to say. It's purposeful to say. You're just not like moving from a lower vibration. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if I could do. I could probably do. I will close it off at 8:15. So let's see if I can do one more. General message, wisdom oracle, please. Wisdom. Wait. Wisdom oracle. Let's see what is coming out, y'all. First of all, this deck is really cool because one, this deck was $10. Y'all, this deck was $10. Two, it has like the silver. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? It's the silver. Okay. General message for Michaela. What does she need to know? What? Hold on. What does she need to know? Michaela Hawkins need to know. What does Michaela Hawkins need to know? What does Michaela Hawkins need to know? What's the energy surrounding Michaela Hawkins? Energy surrounding Michaela Hawkins. Okay. We got 3 cards, I think. Oh. Okay. Ooh. So the first one is confidence. Confidence. The next one is individuality. Individuality. And the first one, the flagging. Is that how you pronounce that? The flagging? I believe that's how you pronounce that. So let me grab the book so we can talk over the vibes. The first one, confidence. 42. There are a few of my chosen ones who have the confidence and courage to live forever. There is one such immortal being who has kept this oracle safe in a castle in the Isle of Skye to be given to you when the time is right. This time is now. This is your time. The world needs you. Much is going to be asked of you as you move through your life's challenges and receive my gifts. Know that I have chosen you and that you have everything you need to make the right decisions. Walk with your head held high and take the next step towards your goal with confidence. I will be with you every single step of the way. Ooh, okay. Individuality. That's 47. 47. Individuality. No two snowflakes can ever be the same, just as you are special and unique too. This is something to celebrate. I have marked one young, it says, because I know that the series itself, this deck is based on a series, and it's a vampire series, so that's why you're going to see the word in here. But anyway, I have marked one young vampire in a way with its unique setting her apart from all others. Choosing her symbol is important because it reminds you to reflect on your unique qualities. It also reminds you not to compare yourself with others. This is a futile exercise because no one is the same. No one's beauty greater or lesser than yours. No one's life better or less than yours. Others may seem happy doing things a certain way, but if you feel as if you're compromising yourself to fit in, don't. People will love you for who you are, not someone who you're trying to be. Your task here is to only be yourself. This is a powerful sign. Wow, that's really, 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 really beautiful. Okay, and then we have the fleeting, which is number 1. Number 1, hold on. There we go. I think it's the fledging. Fledge. When you receive the symbol of the fledging, know that you are blessed with a time of learning new things. This is a time for you to remember that you cannot know things until you've experienced them. Being in this evolving state means you may stumble a bit. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Now is the time for being gentle with yourself as you step into your destiny and become the beautiful person you are meant to be. When the fledging appears to you, this is a sign of new growth and a wonderful new opportunities. Step forward with curiosity and willingness to learn and discover. That's really, really, really beautiful. And it's very supportive. It's definitely very supportive because you're getting like a lot of divine feminine energy here as well. And it just seems like you need to make sure that you are deeply connected to your own personal power, to your own personal growth, and understanding that you are who you are and the world needs exactly who you are. The world needs who you are to show up in this world and hold space and take up space and bring forth the vision that you need to bring forth to the world the way you need to do it, not anybody else's vision but yours. And so it brings this support where it's just like, support yourself, but also, hey, we're also supporting you. Also, don't think that you're in lacking or you're going to stay like, you're gonna stay in a place of like discomfort, or we're gonna keep you in like low or anything like that. No, like spirit is like, no, support yourself, but also know that we're supporting you. Also know that your individuality is very much guided and like pushed on you. Like, hey, go ahead and dive in deeper within yourself. Go ahead and shine. Go ahead and allow yourself to grow and thrive within the road that you're taking. Go ahead and thrive. Go ahead and put yourself in the position where you can be your best self, where you can grow and literally be your best self at the end of the day. And so it's really like, it's really, really, really powerful because it's all about like staying within that confidence. This is giving me like really heavy Leo energy, like vibes. Like, here, y'all, I'm shining. I'm standing in my shit. This is who I am. This is what I'm bringing to the table. This is why I need to be in this room with y'all. Like, it's a very beautiful, supportive energy. And if you've been feeling like you need support or you're going into a new direction and doors are opening up for you to switch and go into a different space where you're doing different things for yourself, then do so boldly. Okay, stay bold, stay open. um Remember your shine, remember your footing. Okay, when you're walking, don't like think that you're gonna trip up, because your ancestors, your spirit guides are not gonna let you trip up. If you're headed to the, if you're doing the work that you need to do, if you're achieving and moving towards the things that you need to do, your goals and your dreams, then you're not going to trip up. You're going to succeed. And so allow yourself to succeed. Have that confidence that you will succeed. If you know already, like if spirit is like, hey, by the way, I'm calling you, you're going to succeed. Stop sweating it. Okay, bye. Don't wake up later and be like, oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know. You were just told you're going to succeed. So every step you take, be like, this is a successful step. I just took another step and that was a successful step. And that's exactly what I needed to do. Period. Period. Don't add fear to it. Add your strength. Add your strength. Dig in deeper to your strength. Make sure that you're doing some solar plexus meditations as well, because that's going to help you maintain your strength, maintain your ego, and maintain that purpose energy. It's all about having and maintaining that purpose and saying, okay, you know what? I know exactly what I need to do, why I need to do it, and I'm here to do a job, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Period. Period. Just period. That's it. So it was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful supportive message. Like really, really, really beautiful. Oh, I didn't know you wanted to see that deck. Okay, yeah, I'm telling y'all, I did a little bit of an unboxing for some of the new decks, but you guys will see it more as we kind of move on through the upcoming weeks, because you guys know I will pull out all of the different decks and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off because I literally have to start the meeting at 8:30 and I don't want to be late. Y'all, I'm sorry that I'm missing some super chats, but we will be doing this every week, so you guys can come through and ask your questions. It's gonna end up at one point being like this is like a first come first serve. Whoever drops it first, can get it kind of thing. But I will try to make it a little bit longer next week, so that way I can try to get through as many questions as possible. But yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. But I'm working on a really, really big project, and this is like the only time that all of our schedules like were able to meet, and it was like the meetings at 8:30. So yeah, don't kill me, y'all. But I love y'all so much. I hope that y'all got the downloads that y'all needed, even if I didn't get to answer some of the questions. And I hope that y'all have a beautiful, beautiful night. If you're new here, do not forget to subscribe and do all the YouTube things. I will put the decks, they should be linked below, or I will add it after the fact. So if you guys are watching this later and are curious about the decks, I will go ahead and add it in the description box. And I will see y'all in the next video, okay? They're coming, y'all. I'm working on it. They're coming. I love you guys. Have a good night.